Hey everyone, I want to continue the mystical experiences thing with y'all. And today is specifically Jesus. I'm only going to mention a few because, there's a lot of things that he did. And even at the end of John, it says, that if they were to try to write everything that he did at that time, even the libraries and the world would not be able to contain them, to hold them all, because he did so much. And we only have just a few books of examples of what he did. So the first one is whenever he saw Nathaniel basically in a vision or some kind of sight, spiritual sight, before he came and chose him. Which this one is found in John 1:46 through 49. Nathanael says, "Can anything good come out of Bethlehem?" And then Jesus says, "Before Philip called you, I saw you under the fig tree." Basically saying, that he saw him before he even called him. And for those who say that he saw them literally, it was shown that they were in a whole different location before Philip called Nathaniel. So, and again, everyone has dreams and visions that are led by the Holy Spirit, and so that's a whole other mystical experience that we're supposed to experience, and that's a little extra thing that I'll throw at y'all. The next one is Matthew 14:22 through 33, which is whenever Jesus walks on water. He's essentially breaking the laws of physics as he's walking on the water. And there's really not much to say regarding this because it's quite obvious. Jesus, I think Paul was speaking that when Jesus came to the earth, he laid down his divinity, which doesn't mean that he wasn't God. It just means that he laid down his godly powers to show us everything that we are able to do once we are restored to our original state. But also, as sons of God, we are supposed to be able to do this. We are to be able to live like Jesus lived, including all the signs, miracles, and breaking the laws of physics as he did. Because he said, that we'll do, at the end of John, he said that we will be able to do everything that he did and then some. And then the last one I'm going to mention here is the Mount of Transfiguration, which is in Matthew 17. We are seeing that, he took Peter, James, and John up to this mount, and they shared a vision, they shared a sight of Jesus being transformed into his glorious state. And Moses and Elijah both appeared in front of him. And, we know that Moses passed away back in Exodus, my fault. But Elijah never died. He's been living up in heaven. What was that, 1st or 2nd Kings? And so, for those people who say, that we are not to be able to communicate with our forefathers, this is a perfect example of Jesus doing that in front of 3 of his most trusted disciples. As long as we're doing this stuff through Jesus, using the Father as the source, then, this stuff is okay. We can see Jesus doing it right here, but yeah, that's, that right there is another perfect example of having mystical experiences whenever we're talking to, our forefathers and people in our past. I again emphasis that all this stuff is things that we are supposed to be able to do, but religion has really just removed all this stuff, and it removes the idea of sonship that we are supposed to live in, because religion is all in here versus the relationship is in the heart. Now there's supposed to be a good mix between the two, having knowledge but applying it and letting Holy Spirit lead us. But whenever we only have head knowledge and we don't let the Holy Spirit guide us, lead us, and empower us, then we're just stuck in religion, and we're stuck in man-made laws, which is what Jesus was against the entire time that he spoke against it. So I find it quite funny how we are always saying that we want to be like Jesus, but we basically deny that we're supposed to be able to use the power that he had, and that he functioned in whenever he was on Earth. But yeah, that's it for today. I'll probably be doing some of the showing some of the things that the disciples did in the next video, but I hope y'all enjoyed it. Y'all take care. Thank you for taking the time and watching this video. I want to encourage you to like and subscribe to this channel to help boost the ratings, and prayerfully consider supporting this channel. I personally believe that God is rising up the smaller ministries to do a big job in his kingdom, and this is not possible without support from his children, us. If you would, go to my website, www.thegothicmystic.com. There you'll find a variety of videos, my blog, services I offer, and ways to support. Again, thank you for your time.